next session. In our previous discussion, we delved into how microfinance has evolved into a powerful driver for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). We also saw how microfinance supports financial inclusion, poverty reduction, gender equality, and economic growth, all by delivering essential financial services to underserved communities. Key SDGs like no poverty, zero hunger, gender equality, and decent work benefit greatly from microfinance's reach and impact. Today, we will continue our journey by examining the challenges of microfinance in relation to the SDGs. While the potential of microfinance is enormous, there are significant hurdles that can impede its effectiveness. Issues such as high interest rates, over-indebtedness, and limited accessibility in certain areas pose real challenges. These obstacles don't just affect individuals. They can also limit the broader impact of microfinance on achieving the SDGs by 2030. So let's dive deeper to understand these challenges and explore what can be done by addressing them. Microfinance, which provides much needed financial services to underserved populations, has been a powerful catalyst for economic development and poverty alleviation. Through microloans, savings accounts, and microinsurance, microfinance institutions empower low-income individuals and support the growth of small enterprises. However, even as it continues to make strides, microfinance also faces barriers that can hinder its full potential in advancing the SDGs. Let's explore these challenges in depth, starting with some of the most pressing ones facing the sector today. Let's look into the overview of microfinance and its role in SDGs. Microfinance provides crucial financial services to individuals and businesses that are traditionally excluded from formal banking systems. These services include small loans, savings accounts, and insurance, helping marginalized populations gain economic independence. Microfinance directly align with several SDGs, including SDG 1, No Poverty. By providing financial tools, microfinance directly supports the fight against poverty. Did you know that over 1.7 billion adults worldwide still don't have access to banks? Microfinance is helping to change that. SDG 8, Decent Work and Economic Growth. Microfinance supports job creation and entrepreneurship, especially in small and medium-sized businesses. In fact, SMEs account for over 60% of global employment, a statistic that highlights the powerful link between microfinance and economic growth. SDG 5, Gender Equality. Women make up about 80% of microfinance clients. Microfinance is empowering women, promoting gender equality, and offering them a platform to improve their financial status. Now let's dive into the challenges of microfinance in achieving the SDGs. Access and inclusivity issues. Despite the progress made by microfinance, access and inclusivity remain major challenges, particularly in rural and underserved areas. Reaching everyone isn't easy, either geographic or demographic barriers. Geographic barriers, microfinance institutions often struggle to reach remote areas due to high operational costs. The global Findex database reports that about 60% of the population is sub-Saharan Africa lacks access to formal financial services. The cost of reaching these areas can be prohibitive, limiting the coverage of microfinance. When we look into demographic barriers, certain groups such as ethnic minorities and people with disabilities face additional barriers. According to the World Bank, people with disabilities are significantly underrepresented in microfinance programs. Systemic discrimination also limits access for ethnic minorities. Why are costs so high? Operational costs and scales. Offering microfinance services can be expensive. Studies show that delivering these services costs MFIs around 10 to 15% of the loan amount. These high costs often lead to higher interest rates for clients, which can make loans unaffordable. Smaller MFIs also face challenges in scaling up, which adds to their costs and makes achieving financial sustainability difficult. Next, let's look into financial sustainability and impact. Debt and the cycle of over-indebtedness. Over-indebtedness is a serious concern. In some areas, up to 25% of microfinance borrowers end up over-indebtedness, often because they take on multiple loans from various sources. This can lead to a cycle of debt and financial instability that unfortunately does more harm than good. The goal is to empower clients, not burden them, and over-indebtedness stands in the way of that. Now just tell me, are MFIs financially sustainable? Many MFIs rely on donor funding and subsidies, which can undermine their long-term financial sustainability. According to Microfinance Transparency, nearly 30% of MFIs depend on external funding, making them vulnerable to changes in donor priorities. Profitability challenges. MFIs face thin profit margins. A survey by Mixed Market found that only 40% of MFIs are profitable, while the remaining institutions literally struggle with financial losses. Balancing social impact with profitability is a persistent issue for the sector. Now let's look into some of the social and economic impacts. Limited impact on poverty reduction. Does microfinance truly reduce poverty? While microfinance can improve income, and consumption, its direct impact on poverty reduction is often modest. A review by the MIT Poverty Action Lab found mixed results in poverty reduction outcomes. For example, a study in India showed that while microfinance improved businesses' outcomes, it had limited effects on reducing overall poverty. Upon next, gender dynamics and empowerment. Microfinance programs targeting women often face gender-based constraints. Social norms and legal barriers limit women's economic participation. The World Bank's Gender Data Portal shows that women in many regions still face significant challenges in accessing financial services. Next, empowerment beyond economics. While microfinance improves women's financial status, it does not always translate into broader social or political empowerment. According to the International Fund for Agricultural Development (IFAD), financial empowerment alone is insufficient to overcome entrenched gender norms. Now let's look at some of the real-world examples. To truly understand microfinance's impact, let's explore two well-known case studies. Grameen Bank, founded by Mohammad Yunus, that has been a pioneer in the microfinance sector. With over 9 million clients, it promotes the concept of microcredit and boasts a loan recovery rate of around 98%. However, despite its successes, Grameen Bank faces still a lot of challenges, including high interest rates and borrowers' pressure. Now let's look into the second case study. SKS Microfinance, now Bharat Financial Inclusion. SKS Microfinance, one of the India's largest microfinance institutions, has expanded to serve over 7 million clients. While it has successfully scaled operations, SKS has faced criticism for aggressive lending practices and high interest rates, which contributed to the 2010 Andhra Pradesh microfinance crisis. These case studies highlight both the successes and complexities of microfinance in action. Now let's throw some light on strategies for overcoming challenges. What's the way forward? To realize the full potential of microfinance, we need practical solutions. In this section, we will discuss strategies to make microfinance more effective and sustainable. With our first one, improving access and inclusivity. By adopting mobile banking, MFIs can expand their reach significantly. The GSMA Mobile Economy Report indicates that over 1 billion people globally accessed financial services through mobile banking in 2022. Partnerships with NGOs and government agencies can also play a role. Collaborating with various stakeholders allows microfinance to reach more people who need these services the most. For instance, the World Bank's Financial Inclusion Support framework emphasizes multi-stakeholder partnership to improve financial access. Secondly, enhancing financial sustainability. Diversifying funding sources, such as involving social impact investors, can help MFIs become more financially resilient. According to the Global Impact Investing Network (GIIN), impact investments reached $115 billion in 2022, offering a potential funding sources for MFIs. Using digital tools for loan processing can also help MFIs save on operational costs, improving efficiency while lowering expenses for the clients. On a third note, addressing social and economic impacts. Microfinance can be more impactful when combined with other support programs like healthcare or education. Gender sensitive approaches are also key as they ensure that the unique needs of women are addressed through tailored financial education and support networks. In summary, microfinance holds incredible potential for achieving SDGs like poverty reduction, economic growth, and gender equality. However, as we have seen, there are some real challenges by using innovative technology, forging partnerships, and creating comprehensive support programs. We can overcome these obstacles. Microfinance has the power to continue transforming lives and promoting sustainable development for underserved populations. Thank you all for joining us, and let's keep moving forward on the journey together.